Okay, I think we're live. Hopefully the phone works. I'm just thinking maybe I should come out to here. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get some horses in for people to watch. I'll be back. Okay, it's two horses. You guys, yeah, still working? Cool. So, I think I'll go get the boys, the two other boys, and I shall return. going. Hey. There. Finally. Roni just wants to be back with his Lena. Let's see if I can. She's like, let's see here. You guys can't see anything. Here he comes. Good grief. All right, I'll just keep the camera over there. Poor Rooney. All he wants to do is be over here. I'm hoping Roni will go socialize. That was weird, eh? What's Skip doing? I think Skip is short-circuiting. It's giving a good scratch. Kinda hard to see what's happening, eh? Well, they are far away, so hard to do this live. I think Luke's trying to get Roni to play a little. It's cutting him off from going to the girls. Alright, well, I think I might put some girls out. Why not? Oh. Something like that. Okay, who's here? Oh, the 1954 Callahan. All right, hello. There's Vieta. Hello, hello, Tammy. Hello, Carol. And Carla. Hello, Carla. Hello, Sue. And Nancy. Hello, Nancy. And Rebecca. All the way from Vegas there. All Gypsy 17 over in France. And Maria. Hello. Kathy. And Kathy. And Ida. Hi, Ida. And Lioness. Rising watchman on the wall. Yes, it's been an absolutely gorgeous day here. Really nice day. Pretty quiet, to be honest. Pretty quiet. Okay. Tammy says, there's only been a bit aloof. Nah, he's pretty normal. He's incredibly attached to his girls, but that's about it. Anyways, I thought I'd stick up a live stream of horses horsing around and let the boys goof off a little, and then I guess I'll start bringing in the girls one at a time. So I'll zoom out a bit. Yeah, something like, good grief. Zoom on phone sucks. Something like that. Okay. I shall return. See, the internet's a little bit better down here. No, I don't quite have a reason why. I think it's because the big covered arena actually captures the radio waves, makes the Wi-Fi better. It's better back here than it is, say, mid-arena, or sometimes even at the top of the arena, which is closer to the house, which is where the Wi-Fi is coming from. So, anyways. All right, chat amongst yourself. I shall return. Ooh, not bad. Good 8. Really's been out for, she's right here. She's been out for a few hours, so I want to let her eat. And, whoa, that's too much. Something like that. Okay. Well, Ronnie's, crazy. Ronnie really wants Lena to be with him. He's, not interested in fighting either, right? So. But he's very busy. Here, I'll zoom out just a smidge. Something like that. There we go. Alright, I can finally relax for a few minutes. Whew. Okay, I'm going to see if I can answer some questions while I'm here. Wow, jeez, okay. So I've got my other phone. Yeah, I'm not sure what's, just looking through comments and I see Kathy's question of, does he have an itchy stomach? I'm not sure what he's doing. I've never seen a horse itch quite like that. Luke's done some itching of his tummy and he sort of rocks back and forth a bit. Well, Tammy says, you haven't had any problems with anything you need for the horses during this craziness? Well, here we don't have quite uh, too much going on yet. We've got some recent um, things going on. School has been sort of indefinitely um, postponed or canceled. So shopping is kind of, anyways, no, nothing yet. I stocked up on hay, but I expect that I've got to be really cautious, and we'll see what happens over the next little bit. But so far, thanks for asking. So far, so good. Sue says, "Did you catch Gracie's new trainer, Haley?" Yeah, she's working on it. She's thinking about it. Um, that's it for now. For questions, it's good. I just want to go take a quick look at Lena. I can't tell if she's trotting properly. I just want to take a quick look. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm a little out of breath, but that went well. I don't think I've ever done 8 horses at the same time. I think that's my max. Anyways, Lena seems to be fine. Yeah, Lena's limping on her front left. Maybe, yeah, there's something there. I looked though, and I didn't see anything in particular. I just wanted her to trot. She seems to be fine at a canter and walk, but trots a little off. I'm not sure if it's front or back. Yeah. Overall, I mean, she goes and look at all the water. It's good exercise. Yeah, there's a slight something going on with Lena. I'll keep an eye on her. But she's fine at a walk. It's the trot which kind of leads me to think maybe a back end issue. Did she get kicked or something lately? I don't think so. I don't think so. There. There. It's hard work. Everybody's a little out of breath. I'm fine now, but it's good. Yes, Lena stands with one back foot a lot farther back than the other. Yeah, I've sort of thought on that as well. That's why I think maybe back end. It's a back left that appears. Anyway, she needed a major cleaning on her pastern, so I did that. And she really tolerated that well, which kind of leads me to believe she's been, or that it feels good. Most horses wouldn't really tolerate that too much. Jill says she wonders if I play with these guys. Yeah, I do this quite a bit. Not 8 horses at a time, but that's my first time doing 8 to herd up. And I could skip. It's like, hey, really, what's up? He says, don't look at me. Usually I'll do 3 to 4 in a Liberty circle, both ways like that. I want to make sure that both ways work well. And but yeah, 8's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's a little bit of effort to make sure everybody tunes in and stays together. They don't argue about it and just go together as a herd, kind of like they are right now. You know, it's my expectation. And you know, hopefully I have to do less running. But it's actually harder to run less when you have more horses, because you gotta sort of bring up the rear but lead the front, and the farther out in the circle I am, the more I've got to move to keep them curled around me, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, I'll explain it maybe a little better in another video. Marianne says, do you find these kinds of play sessions help the horses figure out herd dynamics in between themselves? Yes, if I have horses that aren't really getting along or not doing things well together, I will 100% herd them up like this, because they'll sort of argue amongst themselves until they kind of get in line. And it's not like it has some kind of dramatic effect on them, for sure, but it slowly works them into just herding up, being understanding that they go together and nobody gets to sort of leave and stuff like that. Well, keep an eye on Lena. I mean, honestly, she could lose a little weight, so there might be that issue there. It's clearly roly-poly time. There's a few flies here and there, kind of bugging the horses, so you'll see their tails waving around a lot more. It's getting warmer. It's a nice day today. Anyhow, Liberty is really, I find it really good working with Gracie, working with them more than one. I mean, doing just one is fine, and you can play and stuff, but having them go around, and I would, 8 horses is hard, but I would really refine that circle to where I can make it wider or smaller, slower or faster, change directions accurately, but it's hard when it's more horses because you've got, the lineup is too big, too long of a line to, or at least I find it is. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there and they're, what are you talking about, man? It's no problem. So maybe I need more practice with 8 horses my first time, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, Mariana, the short answer to your question is yes. Rebecca says, why don't we give the horses a lot of water after a long ride or walk? I don't know why you don't do that. I'm not sure where you're at. I give horses free access to water. If they want to drink it, they're welcome to. If I'm going to go on a long ride, I definitely try to plan my rides around water locations if I can, streams and creeks and stuff, and I'll stop. And some horses won't drink if you're on them here and there. I don't have too much experience with that. A lot of horses that I know will happily drink some water while you're riding, but you never know. Sometimes you just hop off and just stand with them quietly near the water and they'll think about drinking. I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's a myth. I never even heard that myth. That's a strange myth. You give water freely. Water should be freely given. If they want to drink, they will. If they don't, they won't. You know the old saying, lead a horse to water. Can't make them drink. That's a strange myth. What's that myth about, Marianne? Do you know why people might not give horses water after a ride? It's nuts. That's a crazy myth. And movies. Oh, well, you can ignore those. Those are wrong. Yeah, give them free water. It's all good. Nothing bad about water. Totally healthy. The stomach getting tangled? No. No. Colic doesn't happen from getting water. It's usually from getting not enough water. Colic will happen because horses don't get water. So they lump up or harden up inside and it's bad. Yeah. So there you go. Good question. Thanks for asking. I never knew about it. Oh, thanks. I didn't see this comment before from M Boner Bonner M Bunner ASBTWH. I'm assuming that's a Tennessee Walker horse. I don't know what ASB is. If anything, I wish my horses were boarding. We're there boarding. Thanks. It's a nice place. It's a nice place. Here's Rue. He's just nibbling at the ground, interestingly. That's good. So Shirley, all the fans are tuning in. Yeah, some people are here. It's good. Older horses need the chiro. Yeah, massage and chiro can be handy. For sure. Just needs a chiropractor. Maybe. Um, check her hoof. I did. That's why I went up to the top for 15 minutes there. 10 minutes. Checked her hooves. I recently trimmed her, but I was a good week. Oh, Gracie. Uh, but I knew that I was a little over a week later than I'd like to be, so I think I'm going to do a follow-up trim and just do a triple check. But I looked there and I don't see anything in particular that should be bothering her. Sip is coming along really nicely. He's he's moving so much nicer now. So he's still up for adoption. I don't quite have a taker yet. I have a couple of prospects. Gin Lipa says, how do you exercise 9 horses at one time? Well, there were 8, but if there were 9, that's how I would exercise them at the same time. I would try my very best to do Liberty. All of my horses know how to do the circle quite accurately, and Peggy's been here long enough to get it. Rue's been a quick learner, and in fact, Ohana has really caught on, and then Skip's just a good boy. He just sort of went along with it. So, when a few of them really get it, usually it's Roni who leads the group. But he's so busy keeping busy with Lena that he's trying to draw her off. And so he was actually getting in the way this time. So that's how I would do it. Everybody's worried about Lena. I'm just looking back through comments, and everybody's worried about her. Yeah, me too. So I'll keep an eye on her. Horses go up and down. Seems, once in a while they just have something. They're like, what's wrong with you? How did that happen? Gracie's weed eating. And I guess everybody's decided they're going to go and weed eat with her. Well, maybe not. Now it's quiet. Especially after sort of exercise time, horses tend to get pretty quiet. So. Yeah, it's somebody, or M. Boner, said it could have been a rock in her hoof. There were no rocks in there, but she was pretty full up of poop and sort of gravel. And so cleaning that out and then cleaning her back leg seemed to sort of look better. So I think I'll do a follow-up trim tomorrow and just triple check and make sure she's okay, and give her a stretch, see if all legs react the same. But I personally think Lena could lose a little bit of weight, and that would probably help her, in general. Terry says she loves my paints. Well, one of them's mine, Lena's mine, but Rue over there, he's not mine. But he is a good looking boy. Well, Jill, I'm glad I could make your day. The horses have been really good today. I've been super busy doing all kinds of stuff, little bits and pieces here and there. Now finally have time to chuck them out for a little while. I figured everybody would want to enjoy it. So, okay, I'm going to work down the comments a little bit better. Melissa says, great job with all 8 Liberty. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's fun. I gotta admit, I really, every student who's of a reasonable age, um, I try to have them work with more than one horse at the same time. Definitely have them catch a horse with other horses around. Just get used to having more than one horse to deal with. See, Lena's got no limp at a walk. She looks great at a walk. I find that it's just the trot. Back left, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, working with a lot of horses, and I started with just a couple at first, and then 3. Get them moving around in a circle, and then as more and more horses were around to work with, and I was able to work with, I'd kind of get them cruising around a little bit more and more. And you have to have a real good sort of awareness of where everybody is. Gracie was constantly trying to move in and fall. I'm not sure if he was following or she was thinking she was driving me around, but I had to ask her to keep on shuffling past me instead of coming to me at one point. That was interesting. How many buddies do you think a horse should have as a minimum? 1. At least 1 buddy. More the better. Marianne says, trying to move her horse. Trimmer's offered to lend me a pony as a companion, wondering if it might be a bit little with 1. No, I think horses, as long as they've got a buddy, I think they do quite well. Sometimes more than one can leave one of them out. It'll be, in the beginning, Lena was always the one who was on the outs. Luke and Roni were best buds, and they would push Lena away all the time. So sometimes when you have 3, it's like 3's a crowd. Yeah. So 1's fine. How difficult is it to purchase? So Terry's asking, how difficult is it to purchase adopt a horse from Canada to the States? I don't know what it is to get to the States. I don't know if anybody else has answered. I haven't scrolled down any further. But you have to get Coggins for sure, a Coggins test. I'm sure of that. Probably a reasonable health check. And then past that, I don't think there's anything specific. Coggins for sure, because you don't want that traveling anywhere. You have to get Coggins before you go to some barns. So, thanks for the compliment. I'm a great caretaker. Thank you. I try, to keep everybody healthy and happy, and everybody's all bunched up at the top now. That's a long ways up. Just chitty chatting. Oh, Disperse, disperse. Meeting is over. Skip says, get moving. Get out of here. You guys are crowding me. Yeah. Let's watch Lena a little. See, always that back, left, back, as everybody's kind of said. She's got a really far reach, too. Something that I've been trying to fix here and there is to have her not have her front feet leave a little quicker, so she isn't reaching the backs towards the fronts so much. Oh well. All right. It could be a soft sole. Nope, it's not a soft sole. It's not wet here. It's quite dry. Rig together something heavyish for Lena to drag around on long reins. You mean like a harrow? I do need to harrow this place. It's kind of a good idea. And then she could look at Roni. Says, Lena, let's get out of here. She does not care. Yeah, she'd self-trim as well if I could get her to do that. Gracie's got to yell at everybody. Soft soles are generally caused from being too thin. If a horse is sore in their sole, the softness comes from the fact that it isn't calloused up and it's too thin. So it's, well, there's a little bit of action happening here. Roni's freaking out because he doesn't know what to do. He's trying to push Lena around. Uh-oh. Lena says, no shouting for me. Roni is such a pest with this stuff. He's just such a nervous Nelly. Rue is not eating his own poop. There's no poop out there, I think. Or is he? I wasn't even looking. He's over there now. He usually sniffs it quite a bit. Oh, there it is. Coggins health certificate and vaccinations. Yes, that's right. Vaccinations are important. Helen's here from Sweden. Hello, Helen. Helen says, do you give them some treats? Carrots and apples. That's about it. An old tractor wheel, eh? That's I don't have an old tractor wheel, but not a bad idea. Yeah, I gotta say, even being on wet footing, if the soles are strong, they don't get soft enough to cause pain for a hoof. They have to be thin enough too. At least that's my observations. I'm not saying I'm the be all and end all, but my observations have been that when the hoof is healthy, even on wet footing, the sole doesn't soften up enough to go all the way through. It's only when they're thinner and they soften, and then it can be painful. Comes with the breed. Um, I'm not completely convinced that uh, the breed matters more than the upbringing. Yeah. So some horses will have chronic foot problems due to their upbringing, not necessarily their breed, and some breeds are bred wrong and brought up wrong for healthy feet. And in turn, it can be some breeds. So I would agree with that, but there's a caveat. uh, Marianne says diet and trimming is key. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's only what I found. I've only got a small data set because I only trim and take care of hooves here in the Lower Mainland. I certainly don't travel around, but I do read a lot and study a lot and talk to a few other professionals from around the world. Not to say that I hear everything whatsoever. Definitely a breed thing, but not at the fault of the breed. I don't think, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go take another look at Lena. Just another quick look. I shall return. Okay. Well, if I were to take a relatively educated guess, I think back right leg. Not a foot issue, I don't think. Marianne, it's a good question. It could be, yeah, she could be just getting tired of standing on that leg all the time. Which then leads to thinking, oh, is there something with the back left? Good, Peggy. Just gotta tell Rue where to go. He's okay. Yeah, back right affects the front left. Yeah. Well, everybody's commenting on the virus stuff. It's a big deal, yeah. Um, Canada's doing okay. We've got some new cases here and there, but the government's sort of stepping in and trying to get people to, go into self quarantine or self, what is it, social distancing and stuff. And it's a good idea. Schools are shut down indefinitely, supposedly, which means that there's probably going to be no school for the rest of the year for kids, and it's only March. We are in spring break right now, but after that, no school, so that'll be a bit of a change. You guys might see Haley more. um, we'll see. And yeah, so far we're just trying to be preemptive, watching cases like Italy and Spain, or countries like Italy and Spain, how they're dealing with everything. I'm encouraged by Lena walking fine. That's encouraging. I like that. She was having a problem um, walking, then I would be more concerned it's a hoof issue. But being that she has the trouble when it comes to a trot, feels like a leg issue. And then, yeah, if she's balancing a lot on her back right, then it might cause the front left to be. But she stands very straight on her front feet. It's that back left leg that's always kind of back. So now let's take a closer look. Looks like Rue is sweeping, so that's good. Thanks, buddy. I keep meaning to clean that thing off. It does make you wonder why horses bother to do that. What is he doing? Weird. D.D. David says, "This is sweet. It gives all of us an opportunity to socialize safely in this little community." Well, you're welcome. I mean, I'm happy to toss up live streams whenever possible, as long as my phone's full of battery enough, which it is currently at 33%. um, yeah, I just want people to be able to enjoy horses like I do, just out and about, sort of cruising around together. We've got our three here, Piggy, Luke, and Hannah. I mean, they're bunched up in a tiny triangle. And the next three that are a little less bunched up here, Gracie, Lena, and Skip. And then Rue's still trying to make his way in. That's better when there's no girls. Skip hangs around with him quite a bit. Luke hangs around with him quite a bit. And if it's just him and Roni, they play quite a bit too. So digging to get to the odor below. Yeah, possibly it's true. Yeah, the bridge smells like something. I'm not. Nobody poops on the bridge. Nobody does anything on the bridge other than walk on it. I don't know. That's a good guess. Crystal's here. Hello, Crystal. People getting laid off. It's true. Yeah, it's happening. Um, yeah, same thing's kind of going on around here. It'll pass, but it'll be tough for a bit. As I was saying in my other video, it's just in Canada. There's actually a can't remember how much money they're putting towards it, but it's a lot, and they're trying to um, put in some kind of measurements in place to protect people, to be able to provide money for businesses and people be able to pay rent, buy groceries and stuff like that. So the government needs to step up, and that's why we have taxes. Rue's one of those guys that's totally shy when there's girls around. He is a little shy, it's true. I mean, he was trying to get to Gracie the other day and she just about punched him in the face. So I'd be shy as well if any girls I approach were like, "Get away from me, whack." So okay, I'm going to leave this running a little bit, but I'm getting a little chilly. I'm going to go find my sweater. I can't remember where I put it, so I got to go find it. I'll be back. pretty quiet. Just doing some feeding. I don't know how well the internet's gonna hold up. My phone is, let's see what it's at. 27%. Anyway, so back here, because there's two horses in there, I've got I think 3 hay bags there at the moment. One's half full kind of idea. The other's mostly full, and then one's a fully full one. Really is all topped up. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but when a hay bag gets kind of low, I'll just empty it out onto the ground, and then the horses just eat up what's in there. It's kind of like a free treat. Those guys are all topped up nicely. It's an absolutely gorgeous day today. Just awesome. So I'm gonna make my way to the top with the camera. Hopefully the internet holds up okay. This is my view about 8 times a day. Minimum. Need a stabilizer. This must be some shaky footage to watch. Okay, we're at the top. Here comes Skip. Ooh, that's noisy. Hey, buddy. He's loving his scratchings lately. Here, I'll put you guys down for just a second. Hopefully the... Oh, that's a nice shot. But he's loving scratchings all along here. And he'll watch him blink. There, there, there. All of this stuff in here is... Go further back. Oh. But up here is where he's really enjoying some work. No. Not at the moment maybe, but boy, he has he shows up to the, you know, to being treated well, scratches and stuff, and he just hangs out. And yeah, it's nice. He's pretty cool. Yeah, so Lena, what do you do with her? Oh, see? No shortage of this guy coming over. I'm gonna just crawl at her here. What's up, man? He likes his face scratched. Some. Let's see if I can get the right spot. I don't know. You got a dirty eyeball. That one too. Let's clean it off. There. Just rub. Blinky, blink, blink, blink. I'm surprised he hasn't shaken yet. Usually he shakes after that. Oh geez, here comes Trouble. Okay, let's play with Trouble for a second. Hi, Trouble. You've got to mess with the camera, don't you? You. Really coming along with the head scratchings and neck, and just tolerates a lot of stuff like this. Still want to be aware. I'm very careful with my head, but yeah, this is good. Yeah, I know. I can kind of hold her back too, so she doesn't come completely up. But she loves it. I'm gonna be a total furball when I'm done doing this. But you know, you could never get away with that. You want more? I got more. Ah, come here. Good. I know. I give her a hard time about it. Right? She's a good horsey. Moving on to Lena. Hopefully the internet holds up. Seem to have 3 bars. Lena's not yelling at me. She's yelling at that thing. Hi, Lena. What do you need? You're all sandy, very furry. Yeah, that's crazy. This is harder. Okay, how long did I do that for? What, 20 seconds? Look at that mess on the ground. Gracie, what are you doing? So yeah, this is up next. What are we waiting for? All right, fine. Ah, no. No, no. Okay. So yeah, so that's you guys are such. Lena, can you tell her to go away? Go get her. Kick her with your good hoof. Hoof. Stop. Okay, you gotta clear it up. Let's go back to Lena. You can see her? Yeah, you can see her. All right, all right. Here comes Skip. Don't touch. No, no, no. Move. It's actually good exercise. Like I killed a rabbit or something. She's yelling at Skip. Look at this, guys. I actually have no idea if anybody said anything because the comments section is dead. Oh, no, there it is. Do you brush your horse's teeth? No, I don't do. That's hilarious. I've never thought to do it. What do you do it with? A horse toothbrush? Okay, we can't have this. Hey, get out of here. It's gonna just make a mess. Come on. Ooh. It's good for the birds. Here she comes. Hello. Skip's yelling at Peggy. Let's see. Lena's teeth are very shiny white compared to. No, I don't have to brush them, but it might be the hay bags. Yeah. Rebecca says this is awesome. Thank you for today. You're welcome. This is just part of my day. It's especially on the really nice days. I'd really enjoy sharing it, to be honest. I want other people to see horses in a different light than just competitions or the internet died over there. Yeah, all this stuff that sort of makes it on a TV that horses get sort of more popular for, riding around and westerns and stuff like that. I always wanted people to see the side of horses that I see an awful lot, which is really the day-to-day and the these snuggly times where they just want to be around. All right, Skip, don't touch. No. God. Stop. He's an interesting one to read for this stuff. I don't know. He's not shedding as much as Lena. Okay, what do you want? No? Over here? There? You get it? Is that it? That's not it. Up here. More? More? No. Over here. Other side. On the neck. There. You can't see his face probably, but here. I almost got it. Nah. Not as obvious as Lena, right? Not quite as obvious. And no shaking. He's not shaking it off anymore. All right. Hay bags make sense. Do you feel hay bags could rub on the enamel of the teeth, or would that be more of a problem with metal grids on box feeders? Great, Marianne. I do think that hay bags have a very, very slight detrimental effect on the teeth in that regard. But they're not nearly as abrasive as the plastic or metal ones. And so I think it's a little bit more of just like a toothbrush. Now that you bring it up, it's actually an interesting thing I've never thought about. And but I don't think, I mean, I've seen the plastic ones, and especially the metal ones can really, really wreck horses' teeth. The plastic ones, not as much, but the metal ones for sure. And but hay bags themselves, I think that when they get good at it, they tend not to really bite at the bag as much. They sort of pick it up and shake it, and so I do wonder. I don't think there's been nearly as many. What? I don't think there's been nearly as many. This is nope. No. What part of no don't you understand? The no part? The N or the O? He's pretty close. Okay, if I go this way, the internet cuts out. And come this way. The thought process of picking up the bag and lifting it and shaking it, what effect that will have on the incisors, I don't know. I think it will have some effect, some negative effect, but I do think that the positive effects outweigh the negative. when we have to keep them in captivity. And it 100% does um, replicate slow feeding, like eating grass. Yes, they're terrific for that. Sue says, can we have more of Haley working with Yes, Penny, I think I might be able to manage that. We'll see what Haley has to say. She gets a say in it as well. Whether or not she wants to show off her stuff, or if she's embarrassed or not. But I will pass on the request. Let's see. I'm not sure if I missed any questions. If anybody's asked any questions and I didn't answer it or I missed it, let me know. Marianne says I should get a pair of those grooming gloves. Yeah, I think I have some. I just, Skip, knock it off, man. Jack says Gracie's a different horse. She is so different. It is just awesome. Kimberly's here. Hello, Kimberly. We could tell you were feeding the horses. All came to attention. Followed me around. Yeah. Yeah. Skip, I'm reading comments right now. Moving up. Move over here. Bye, buddy. Okay. So everybody's got so many things to say. Oh my God. No! No breathing on the camera. But I'm teaching him to push me around a little bit. Penny says these are the 9 of the luckiest horses. You would buy Skip and get back into working with horses. You don't have to buy him. He's free to the right home. He's not free to the wrong home, as in the meat market guy. Stop chasing me. Back. Look at him shake his tail. Now he's got a bug. It's gonna come around. Here he comes. I'm just gonna ignore him. I'm gonna put my back to him. Oh, Piggy's going poop. Great. Luke's gonna go over there and smush it into the ground. Watch. Look at that. Shake. Just... Hey! Get out! Stop doing that, Luke. He's the worst for this. And then it's just this big mess I've got to sift out of the ground. Like anybody cares. You're weird, man. You're the only horse I know that does that. I was saying something, I can't remember what it was. Let's see if I can remember. Lucky horse. Skip, yeah. Well, Penny, he could go to you for sure. Jeez, I can't keep up with all these comments. You guys are chitty-chatting quite a bit. Why is Skip free to the right home? Well, he's under donation, really. And that's, that's because the current owners really inherited him because his owner passed away. Stop pushing me. Back up. Back. More. Toodaloo, buddy. And they're not really horse people, and they have said that he can be donated or adopted out, essentially. And they're not looking to make money off of him, kind of thing. They just want him to go to a really nice place, nice person. And so that's why. Because they're not horse people. They don't want a horse, but they don't want him to just go anywhere. So, he's only 20. He's not that old. He's great shape. He's getting better and better every day. His whole body is really picked up nicely. He's very active, good mind, incredibly um, a good buddy horse, like a buddy as in a friend, like as in somebody. It's like a horse that just he's terrific with Liberty. I mean, when I worked with him for that month, I did a lot of groundwork and Liberty, and I didn't try riding him because I didn't think he was physically sort of ready. Look at Lena standing up on the bridge. um, so I never bothered with that, but I think he's real close to being ridden, and if somebody wanted to, and he'd probably go along just fine. He's had a lot of training. He's 20 years. He's done a lot of riding, so very capable. Good horse for somebody. They asked me if I did, but I already got 4 horses, so that's not going to happen. Southern Sky Woman says, could you tell us your philosophy and thoughts about humans grooming horses? Hey, there go the 2 cows. All we got to do is get Tana back here and we'll have 3. Look at this guy. Back again, eh? What do I think about humans grooming horses? I think it's great. I think that it should be done a little more thoughtfully. I recall one time a lady had asked me to help her understand why her horse was having a problem with certain things in the grooming kit. And so I just patiently watched off to the side, and she goes to brush her horse, and hey, Peggy, knock it off. Not that she'd move Skip, but I figured I'd say something. Might as well be a pesky human. And the process that she went through, no insult or any bad thing to say, but it wasn't sensitive to can you get out of the way? It wasn't sensitive to what I felt the horse was communicating. So I think grooming is not just a brushy brush sort of process. It is, I mean, obviously you got to get the sand or the dirt or whatever off. So there's that. But I think it's a sensitive thing. I mean, anybody who has kids, especially a girl with longer hair, maybe one that gets tangles and stuff. If you've got one of those kids, and I happen to have one, if you brush that hair the wrong way, something's going to happen. It ain't going to be good. You'll probably get yelled at. If horses could yell at probably the majority of people that brush them, I bet they would. I mean, like, just stop it. You're brushing too hard. Stop whacking the brush on me. Can you use a softer brush? Scrub harder, right there, scratch. Don't go to the next spot, and then their horse shuffles around because, like Lena was, she'll move backwards and forwards, and Gracie will move backwards and forwards, and then people are like, stop moving around, and they tie them up in some cross ties and stuff like that, and then the horse just gives up communicating. They give up on asking for scratches or brushings. That's why these guys are such pests. I mean, they're pests because they know that I'm probably going to get it mostly right on where they need anything. Oh, Gracie. So I count on that. I count on that a lot. So when I go to brush, I mean, there's functional where you've got to get the sand or the dirt or the mud off. You got to get a saddle on somehow, right? And then there's the side that says, I will communicate with you, or I will meet your needs a little. Maybe not completely, but I'll definitely check in. Skip, you're my best buddy ever. Thanks, Pat, for keeping me company. Such a nice guy. I'd take him if I could. If I had the money for it, I probably would. I would take him and fix him up and turn him into the best horse ever. Right after all my other horses that are the best horses ever. So, brushing can be torture to a horse. It can be pure bliss to a horse. It can be something in between. So I think horses being groomed by humans is fantastic as long as it's done with sensitivity and consideration and communication. And uh, and everything else you do with a horse, whether you're cleaning their feet or you're trimming their feet, it's all grooming, all of it. So whatever your farrier or trimmer or veterinarian does, they too are grooming your horse. They are caring for your horse. And every grooming moment, like every training moment, matters. This keeps going to the back. Everybody's at the back now. Hmm. Grooming can be bonding. Absolutely. Sorry, I just saw that last one. Kimberly says the slower I brush Tana, the more relaxed she gets. Yeah, absolutely. Grooming is bonding. It can be bonding. That's just it. Like it could be bonding, a communication process, or it can be just, yeah, um, it can be just functional. And there are times when it is just functional, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't fault anybody for saying, look, I really need to brush you fast. We need to kind of get on with our day. I need to ride you. We're going for a trail ride. I just need to get this mud off. And then, you can deal with the scritchy scratchiness even while you're riding. Lots of horses love to be scratched while you're riding on their withers and on their neck. And if you can get down near their shoulder a little bit, they'll really calm down too. There can be a lot of bonding while riding. So that's a long answer, sorry, but that's sort of, I think it covers everything. Sue says, is Jen able to keep her daycare open? Currently, yeah. But we're not, it's not clear what's going to happen with daycares here in BC. Um, I mean, there's plenty of places that are shutting down daycares, but there's that big discussion. Whoops. There's that big discussion that, if you shut down the schools and the daycares, some parents get laid off, some adults get laid off, and their parents. And so they can stay home with the kids, but plenty still are working hard and um, can't take care of the kids, and then what? You know? So, yeah, it's that's a whole other topic, isn't it? Okay, Emily says, hello, hello, Emily. Um, Carol says she's new and going through the videos. Fun to watch and informative. Well, I think there's something like 700 and some odd videos, so cool. I'm glad you like them. Monique also says, I'm in the house and on YouTube. Need to have more videos of your herd. Have to check out the past videos. Well, I've got tons of them. So there's lots to look through. Marianne says, I used to be one of those kids. My dad and I spent 30 to 45 minutes every morning. Lots of crying. Skip's moving them around. Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of how it goes. There's times. Look at Lena stand strong there. She doesn't care. Oh, now she does. See, we're losing color because we're losing light. It's getting later in the day. Everything's looking a little more monochrome. Yeah, crying. Yeah, it happens. I try my best not to get her crying, but Okay, Marianne says, what's with all the hitting the horse on the neck as a reward, good horse kind of thing? When riding the horse even like that, or would they rather have scratches? Horses hate being hit on the neck like that. I've never once seen a horse appear to me, or by my observations, appear to be looking forward to something like that. Most of them, you'll never see a horse put their head down or be more relaxed when they get whacked on the neck. Why do people do it? It's a good question. Why do people do that? It's a culture thing, you know. It's the culture of well, everybody else does it. Um, I've seen it plenty. Yeah, hunter jumper competitions and stuff. They'll be done, and I saw this one guy. I mean, he looked like he was really wailing. I was like, whack, whack, whack. And I thought, I wonder what that horse thinks of that. You know, like, why is this guy hitting me? What's happening here? That hurts. Because it does. You hit anybody on the back or the arm or the leg or the stomach or the chest like that, and they will say, ouch. And you all know those, you know, horses are sensitive enough to feel a mosquito and all that stuff. Horses are incredibly sensitive. Yeah, they'll flinch. So, straight observations tell us they don't like it. It's not for the horse. It's because the human is so excited they wish they could clap, but they're just one-handed clapping on their horse. They think they're giving their horse some kind of reward, but you know, there's no observation that says horses want to be hit on the side. So that's my answer. Anyways, my phone just reported to me I'm at 10%. So I'm going to call it a day and put everybody in anyways. Look at this guy. Don't push on the gate. We don't want pushing on the gate. No, we don't, Skipper. We do not. Back up. Good boy. See, not a lot of pressure. You can really come in on him and give him a hard time. One thing you can do is if you place your hand a little like this, you can sort of pat them. And it's a little bit of a massage. Yeah, you can see that. But it's not a, you know, a whack, whack. He's already getting nervous, and I'm not even hitting him. I'm just tap, tap. But something that's, you know, just a light sort of. Anyways, yes, maybe you could see that, but so you can kind of, and you definitely want to get them used to being sort of bumped on and stuff like this. See, and then you don't have to whack them. Anyways, I think I'm gonna be finishing this up here. And if I walked off, Skip would follow. I think so too. No, let's try. Maybe not. He's like, let me go eat. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I'm gonna put everybody in, have some food, and that's about it. So thanks everybody for coming in and joining me in this, you know, lovely day. Hang out with horses, horsing around. Thanks for all the questions. And we'll see you guys next time for sure. I might do another one tomorrow. Would David like to have Skip? You have to ask David that. You know, look at, see, this is what Rue does. He pees on poop. So that's a hi, Lena. Yeah, hello. I know. Okay, I'm never gonna end. I'm so close to the fence here. Look at this. She's about to step on me, but she doesn't. Anyhow, I don't want to get all too fuzzy here, and then I just end up not stopping the live stream. This is kind of how the day goes. Just one thing after another. Well, stuff. Anyways, I better put them in. Get some food. I'm a little hungry too. Let's see. This type of horse. Yep, that's good. I agree with that too, Marianne. Penny says do more. Sure. I will do more. I will. Emily says, "Do you have any advice for first time?" Oh, Emily, I saw your message. It's okay. First time horse owners? Oh, spend as much time with horses as you can. It's a lot to learn, and always ask questions. Um, ask as many questions as you can. Watch horses, watch people with horses. I think I have a couple of videos on the topic, but maybe I'll do a dedicated one just for that. That's a great question. What should people what should people know about owning it when I mean, do you mean after you bought a horse or before? Because that'd be a different subject altogether. I've done a few, probably on a live stream. So I'll see if I can do a dedicated one. But yeah, spend as much time with them as you can, because they're the best. Hi, Lena. Ah. Yeah, I gotta admit, even I sort of tend to sort of give a little pat, pat, pat. Not a, not a lot. But I just sort of, yeah, I come in and I just give a little, and then I'll scratch. And I'll pat, 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 scratch, scratch, scratch. Yeah, I don't know. It is. It's a feeling, a good feeling. We tend to sort of clap or something like that, or move like that. Take lots of lessons. Well, I'd say make sure you know how to do groundwork. Lessons might come, and depends on where you learn from too. Oh, get him, Lena. Skipper says, I don't care. I do have some great advice for first-time horse owners or buyers. If you haven't bought the horse yet, then spend as much time as you can with horses. If you have bought the horse, spend as much time with your horse as you can, and pick up a lot of really good groundwork skills, because they always translate into the saddle. Everything that you do with a horse is going to matter. Know that. Get good at observing. Ask lots of questions. This is a great question. First time, but I'll try to put my thoughts together a little bit better. I'm a little disorganized. I've got so many of them. Lessons are great, but yeah, cost of what you learn and where you learn, that's a whole other topic. So yeah, what's Nightfire's got something to say? Paulo training to associate that with success. What? Hang on a second. Now I gotta go back and look over these. It's rather a confirmation for the horse that it has done everything right, especially those dressage folks. Well, yes, from the human, when they smack them on the neck, it is to give the horse the idea that they've done things right. We're agreeing on that for sure. But there's no observation to be made of the horse that it feels good. It might be that they could associate it with that they did a good job compared to whatever they get when they do a bad job. So if they do a good run and they get smacked on the neck, and then they do a bad run and something different happens, then yes, I absolutely believe that they will use classical training in this case to have the horse observe that they have done what appears to be a successful run. But if we observe it from the horse's standpoint of whether or not it would be just nicer to give them a little scritchy scratch or something that they'd like compared to that, then I think that was more the question. Yeah. But we can agree for sure that a horse can associate it with that they will no longer have to do a run any longer if they get smacked on the neck. That'll be the last of the run. The last thing during their run or their competition is a smack on the neck. They'll know that it's done and done the job they've been asked to do. Before riding comes the caretaking. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, this thing's like 5% now, so before my phone dies out completely, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I'll do another one tomorrow. How about that? And yeah. Oh, he's itchy. He's scratching. So maybe that's it. He says, "Can you scratch my chest?" He's shitting off nicely. Okay, that's it for now, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for participating, everybody. It's been wonderful to have you here. And I'll see you guys again. Oh, jeez. It never stops. Never stops. Okay, that's it for now.